Hello and welcome back, my beautiful froggy army, to another video, and welcome back to the Unstoppable fan project that I am doing in collaboration with the LEGO group. This is the third installment to our Unstoppable fan project series that we have going right now, and if you're not caught up, I highly recommend watching the first two videos, but if you don't want to do all of that, that's fine. I'll give you a quick little recap. We are doing a gaming room makeover for my office here with the help of LEGO, and so far we have created a gaming backdrop, a cute little froggy gaming backdrop, and then last video we finished that off using your suggestions and we got started on the controller stand. We got kind of the basic foundation of the controller stand ready to go, and I asked you guys to leave me some comments with suggestions for things that you wanted to see added to the controller stand. So in today's video we will be finishing that off and we are going to get started on the next piece, which I am so super excited about. I feel like you guys are really gonna like it. I read all of your comments with all of your suggestions in my last video, so thank you so much for leaving them, and stay tuned because later in the video I will ask for some more suggestions. I'm gonna need your help again. I know you guys are just so helpful. I can't stop asking for your help because you have some great ideas. So thank you everyone for watching and participating. I highly appreciate you. But anyways, I'll stop talking. Let's get into finishing up this controller stand. Alrighty, so we are going to be using the LEGO sets that the LEGO group was kind enough to send me, and don't forget there are no rules, no instructions, just pure vibes and of course your suggestions. So here's where we ended off with the controller stand on the last video. We have this good base going, and now I'm going to use some of your suggestions to finish this up. I loved this idea from Bambi Cola. They said add a little border at the bottom around the edge so it doubles as a trinket slash mini accessory dish. And then Faiza said, I think the controller stand kind of looks like a springboard. Maybe you could make a little froggy pool party with flowers or water lilies. So that is exactly what we're going to be doing. This is going to be a little froggy pool slash pond that's going to double as an accessory dish. So I'm going to go ahead and take off our controller stand from the base because we're going to make some additions here. I'm going to use some purple Lego bricks to start making our little pool slash pond. I'm just going to call it a pond, and it's just going to have a nice little springy diving board that is also our part that's going to hold up the controller. So after making a nice little square, we are going to fill it in with this really pretty blue color, and this is going to be the water in our pond. So we're going to grab the main controller stand piece and I'm just going to press that right back on so it goes right there, right on top of the little pond area. So that's what it's kind of looking like. And then I'm going to go in with some more of those purple bricks and I'm going to raise the edge of this little pond. That way it can double as the little trinket slash accessory dish. And while I was doing this, this edge felt a little too far back and a little too close to the little springboard type of thing. So I'm actually going to pop those off and just extend it forward a little bit just to make it a little bit bigger, and I think it looks a lot more even after I do that. So just gonna quickly fill all of that in, and there we go. I think that looks a lot better. Okay, now I'm going in with the extra layer of bricks, and I did choose purple so we could finally tie in that little purple pop of color that we have on like the main controller stand tower. So I think it came out super good, but that's how it's looking with that little raised edge. So just wanted to show you here. I can put some little things inside of it and kind of shake it around a little bit, and they're not going to fall off because it's got that little lip slash edge. But now let's add some extra little details to the pond area. So I'm going to use these little guys, and these are going to act as bubbles in the pond. So I'm just going to put them all in there. That's what it looks like after I place them, and I think it gives it the bubble effect. So it's looking cute. Now I couldn't forget that Faiza has suggested to add some water lilies. So I'm taking all of these pieces. I'm using these little leaves to act as kind of the little lily pad type of thing for our water lilies, and we're going to make a little water lily together and place it on in there, and it just looks so cute. It really is looking like a pond now. I made another one with a different colored leaf, and look at that. It's looking so good. Now Brookie Cookie also suggested to make a pond with some frogs and lily pads and flowers, so we have lots of flower suggestions here. So I'm going to be putting together some little flower arrangements and little flower pots, and we're going to decorate the pond area with so many different types of flowers. Here I've got this little like yellow flower branch thing that I made, and I'm going to put these two leaf pieces together and put that in the leaf pieces. So look at that. It's got the stems and the leaves, and it just looks super cute. And I'm even going to add in this extra little guy in the middle just for more greenery and just to make it look even more full, kind of like it's a little bush of flowers. And we're going to place that kind of on the side and just give it more decoration. So I'm going to be using a lot of those stem pieces and a lot of pieces from the cherry blossom set that the LEGO group sent me. Those came came in very, very handy for this little decorating kind of spree that we're on. And here, once again, I'm just taking 2 of those little leaf pieces that we used kind of as the lily pads, and I'm adding them at the bottom just to make it look more like a full plant or bush or whatever you interpret it as. And I'm gonna place those on the side as well. Here's another one that I made. I used a bunch of different colored flowers for this one and added that little greenery piece once again because I thought that was a pretty good idea. I liked it. And then here I'm adding a little brown piece to kind of be like the dirt or the pot, whatever you want it to be like, and adding another flower there. And then I made another water lily looking flower, but I left off the leaf part. And then I made this cool purple and pink flower, and I thought that was very fun, and I had to put that on the purple edge. And then Mel also suggested to add hearts, flowers, and froggies, so I am going to include your suggestion here, and I'm going to add this little heart piece, and I'm going to put that in the middle of the flower, kind of like as a little Easter egg. It's a little heart flower. And then I'm going to go in with some more little details. This is kind of how it's looking, just adding more flowers around here. And we can't forget the top either. I wanted to put some flowers at the top for some extra little finishing touches, so I'm just going to put 2 of these kind of more simple ones that I made up at the tippy top. And then of course everyone said to add a froggy, so we are going to add the cutest little froggy ever. Thankfully there was one in one of the sets that the Lego group sent me. It was in the Lego Friends set, and he is just thriving. Look at him, he fits in so perfectly. So here is our final controller stand. Look at all these details. Like, you guys had so many great suggestions and I tried to execute them as best I could, but best of all, it doubles as a trinket dish. Like, this is a 2-in-1 design. It's so amazing. So here it is with the controller, of course. I thought I would finally show that. I am so excited by how this came out. It is absolutely amazing and I had just so much fun. So we still need a few more pieces for our makeover here, and I was thinking, you know, my office brings me so much joy. You know, we're giving it a little bit of a refresh with this makeover, so why not find some IRL inspiration for our next piece? I mean, there's lots of quirky and colorful things in here. I'm sure that we could find something. Maybe something back here? I don't know. There's something around here. Something's gotta give me some inspo. Oh, look at this little shelf right here. Oh my goodness, full of handmade plushies that I've made. This has gotta give me some inspo. I mean, look at all of these. They're so cute. I'm feeling pretty inspired by this plushie. I made this plushie maybe a couple of years ago. I just love it so much. It's the goofiest little rectangle frog plushie, which I think will be so perfect to draw inspiration from for our next Lego piece. Since there are so many plushies in my room, I definitely think we need some sort of Lego inspired version of a plushie, so I think she's gonna do just fine, and we're gonna create a very cute little Lego inspired froggy. Does that sound good to you? Okay, sounds good. That's a thumbs up. That's a thumbs up right there. All right, let's get to work on this little plushie inspired trinket slash collectible slash figure, whatever you want to call it. I think it's more of like a figure if you want to truly call it something, but it is inspired by the plushie, so I may end up calling it the plushie collectible from time to time. But I'm going to take this little base plate here and I am going to put some little green bricks on top of it. I kind of wanted to make it look like grass or a lily pad, but I didn't have a big enough piece, so we're just making do. So I'm going to start off with the little froggy feet, and you're gonna have to trust me for a lot of this because it doesn't look like too much yet, but once we finally get to the end you will see the vision. So I'm working on kind of the body of the little froggy right now, and then I'm working on the legs as well, kind of like the hind flanks, if you will, and I'm using some of these like little curved pieces to look like the side of his legs, and then I'm gonna add these pieces in the front and kind of build his body a little bit. And I do need to be able to place stuff on the front, so that's why I added those special bricks, because I wanted to put some white pieces for the belly because my plushie has a white belly, so I wanted to add a white belly. Then I'm finally remembering to do the back feet, so I am gonna do the back feet here. And here's how it's looking so far. I think it's starting to take shape and come together, if I do say so myself. So continuing on, I'm gonna work on kind of like the mouth slash head area, and you'll see what I mean. I'm just going going to add like the back of the head here and enclose some more bricks around this black one. The black one is going to be the inside of the mouth, you'll see. But we're going to add the eyes, and then last but not least, the little tongue. I had the most perfect piece to use for the tongue. Oh my goodness, it was so amazing. But here's how it came out. It came together pretty quickly, but I am so happy with it. All right, friends, what do we think? I think the inspiration is definitely there, you know, that nice pale yellow. I felt like we had the perfect color match here, and I think they're both silly and goofy in their own ways, so the inspiration is there for sure. But you know what? I want to add something extra to our little froggy here, our little collectible figure, whatever we're gonna call it. So Danny here on YouTube made this amazing video where she created these little ledges for my figures and plushies and collectibles and all of that stuff, and they were made out of Lego bricks, and it was super amazing, super cute, and she was inspired by my room, and it made me so happy to see. But she made this awesome video making these little ledges. So she made 4 ledges for her display shelf, and that can hold multiple plushies or figures or collectibles, but I think we only need 1. So why don't we make a mini version of her little display shelf idea for our froggy? That way he has somewhere to be displayed. Since I already finished our little plushie inspired figure collectible guy, then I need your help now for the display stand that we're going to create inspired by Danny's. Should it have a specific theme? Should it have specific colors? Are there any details that you want to see me add? Our makeover is so close to being done, and I am so excited, so thank you so much for continuing on this journey with me. Once again, don't forget to leave me some suggestions down below for the display stand for our little froggy plush inspired guy. I'm excited to start reading them and see what you guys have to say. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you again to the LEGO group for partnering with me on today's video, and thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you in the next one.